Ladies and gentlemen, this is my first chase of my life. Good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to be a little quiet. Only because it's not even 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning in a visitor's hall, but getting prepared for the morning. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet today, but I'm just going to try to look. My goal is to stay within a 3-hour range of my college, just because I have a 9 a.m. class first thing tomorrow, and I don't want to be getting back by like 2 o'clock. So, I made myself breakfast. Need to take a shower still. If you can't tell, I just rolled out of bed. 6 hours of sleep. Took my meds this morning already, and about to look at models and kind of just inquire what I want to do for the day. I really don't know yet, because again, this for me was going to be a last second decision. Gonna look at models, take a shower, and clean up, and go to service this morning and make a call if I go to my college Bible study right afterwards or not, or if I need to get west, southwest, northwest, whatever. Again, I'm trying to stay within about 3 hours of my college, so I don't know how that's gonna play out. We're just gonna figure that out when I get there. Alright, so I was looking at models today and talking with other people. We were waiting for the H-triple and all the other models to reach the 12Z time frame. And it looks like a lot of the models, except for the H-triple-R, seems to be caught up with everything. All the other stuff looks like it's just making it look like a dead environment, but H-triple-R is showing quite a bit of pre-funnels, especially for the first mode of stuff today. You'll see that in the video, but that's kind of what it looks like at this rate. And again, talking with some other people as well, trying to figure out. Looks like I'm going to be staging in Hopkinsville, Kentucky today from Bowling Green, and we'll just see how that goes. If you can't tell, I took my shower. I'm getting ready for my service this morning, and straight after service, I'm going to make my way west and see what happens. I'm just about to wrap up some homework as well before service, and try to get down to my car a little bit earlier than I normally do, so I can set up figure out where I want to set up my GoPro and whatnot. So, and I gotta make sure I pack everything up as well. So, hopefully, I should be calling by the chase by 7, so I can get back here and be able to have time to have some good rest for my 9 a.m. class. I'm gonna finish up homework, go to service, set everything up, and get going. Alright, so the models that I was looking at was the NAM, GFS, and H-triple-R models. When looking at the NAM models, stuff was showing Illinois, Kentucky, maybe Missouri. Things were starting to fire up there. With the GFS, it wasn't showing it as prominent, but also something very similar. And then you get to the H-triple-R, it shows more of those pre-funnels than what all the other models have shown, and I should have known that H-triple-R was not going to be as true as the other models. One of the biggest things I didn't really keep in mind was the cap that was in place, and I think I was more or less just wish casting at that rate and just hoping something would develop close by, instead of just going all the way west, because I was again trying to stay within a close-ish range of my college, so I didn't get screwed over for my 9 a.m. class that next day. Let's see how that pans out. Parking passes in the way, bud. About a few hours later, about 12:20 now. 12:10, my bad. Had to do a good bit of running around because I didn't realize my GoPro didn't have my storage drive in it yet. Lunch. Gotta love Chipotle. It was just a little bit of a mess this morning. So now I'm gonna I'm gonna eat my lunch, and then I'm gonna make my way towards Hopkinsville, Kentucky. It's only about an hour drive from me. Hour 15 minutes, somewhere around there. It's stage up there. It is starting to clear out a little bit. You can see a little bit out. Started to clear out a little bit. I'm gonna eat my lunch, and we're gonna go ahead and get on the road. Got my GoPro set up already. It's a little jank. It's on the visor right here on the back side of this on the visor on the other side. Just turn it on, let it run, and hey, actually it's probably not a bad setup either for that. Keeping it plugged in, so there's just a cable in the middle of the freaking vehicle. And the vehicle sitting like right, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. I think near the passenger side, just a cable in the middle of that. So I'm gonna eat lunch and I'm gonna get going.
As I made my way towards Hopkinsville, Kentucky, I was really starting to notice some clearing here and there, as you'll see in this little bit of a time lapse here. I was really starting to get a little bit more hopeful about seeing something, just given this clearing that I was starting to see throughout the drive here and there. And I was like, hey, something might actually try to go up. But anyways, enjoy this little bit of a drive towards Hopkinsville. Again, I'm sorry about the audio imbalance. That's a little bit out of my control. As of right now, I'm gonna make some changes when I kind of do these kind of check-in type of stuff. I'm gonna try to use my GoPro a bit more than my phone, or just not have my phone on my mount in my car, so you don't have that audio imbalance. So my apologies for that again. One thing I noticed, as you'll see throughout this drive, is how it'll clear up and then get really overcast again. Clear up, get really overcast again. That was basically the story of what I was seeing for majority of the time staying out here, and you'll continue to see that. And that's where I kind of started questioning whether this was a good idea or if I should try to reposition somewhere. Whether that be going west, which was looking more and more favorable in my opinion when I was out here already entering Hopkinsville. But you'll just have to see what happens. Alright, so I don't know how well you can see the phone, but I know you can probably barely see it because focus is being goofy right now. But zoom in here, there's a cell up here that I'm looking at. There's other stuff out back west, and then there's also this couple little cells back near Murray and down south. What is this? Paris, Tennessee? Yeah, Paris, Tennessee, heading towards Big Sandy. I honestly need to probably just play the waiting game at this rate. I don't want to get too impatient, but if I want to go out this cell, I kind of gotta make my move now, because I don't want to get too far out of range of school, because class is tomorrow morning. So I'm just gonna have to see what goes up and what doesn't. I'll probably sit here for about another 20 minutes and then see what happens. It's got a really nice updraft. I've been kind of watching this develop, so I'm gonna make my way east if I can. Again, that's a really nice cloud top, dude. I think that thing has a chance, so I'm gonna try to get it from this. I need to go back towards Russellville. Back where I came from, of course. Go figure, dude. So, I made my way back towards Russellville, and I'll just continue watching this storm go up more and more. It was starting to look pretty promising. It was looking like something was trying to get organized and maybe try to do something. Even radar indicated that there was some lightning with the storm. But I was struggling to keep up with it just because of the road networking, which I could have done a better job. I'll have you listening to Drew's stream as well during this time lapse as I was chasing this storm that was trying to develop.
Okay, sorry, Google Maps is yapping. Can you hear me, Drew?
Yeah, I hear.
Okay, so I'm moving back
east towards Russellville. I've been watching the storm trying to just pop up, and it's been looking a bit more. It's looking more and more promising right now. Getting a better. It's getting a better top to it. So I'm rushing back east from where I came from. Original point was Bowling Green, Kentucky. I passed through Russellville to set up in Hopkinsville, but I'm gonna go back east and check this out. Yeah, dude, that's getting a better top. It's even better when I last recorded it. Jeez. I'm just dealing with stupid red lights every single darn intersection, though.
Alright, so as I continued to pursue the storm, I noticed it was starting to look less and less impressive after I did this little bit with Drew. Originally, yes, it was starting to look really good for a bit, but then unfortunately it started looking not as good. Unfortunately, this storm would split itself apart.
Alright, so I've been following this storm that I saw just east of Hopkinsville, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to try to do my best to keep up on it and see what it looks like, and it looks really good. I showed some videos and I'll show you a photo of it later, but you could tell it was getting a nice little anvil top, but then it just started fizzling out. Now it's just gone. So we're gonna play the waiting game again. Now I'm in Russellville, so we're just gonna wait here for a little bit and then just see what happens. Hopefully we can get another couple more storms initiating. And I kind of figured this was gonna be they go up, and then if they can't keep going, then they won't. But I don't know if I said this already, it had a little bit of a base. You could tell it had a little bit of a base developed on it. I could see it from the road I was on. But now again, it's just gone.
Okay, so yet again, I am now in a Walmart parking lot, as you'll see in this quick little time lapse. I was waiting here for a solid, 20 minutes after I went in to get some snacks. And then sooner than later, you'll notice that something starts poking through these clouds. You'll notice another storm will try to go up. This new little cell that popped up lasted only about 30 minutes. And just as it came up, it started dissipating.
I had a gut feeling, guys. I should have gone west a good bit more. In Poplar Bluff, there has been a confirmed tornado on the ground. Has been observed by storm spiders that are on it. I had a feeling this was not going to be a good move to go north like that. I was like, crap, I don't feel like this is good to do this. I mean, there's absolutely nothing trying to initiate anymore, so.
So here, I took a little bit longer than I should have, as in like 25 minutes, trying to make a decision as to what I wanted to do, because quite frankly, I did not really know what I wanted to do. I was debating whether it would make sense to try to even go west, and this was just due to because it was already getting really late. It was already 5 o'clock when I made my stop here at this gas station in nowhere's land in Kentucky. So I was just contemplating what I really should do at this rate, because I really didn't know what to do, whether to call it or not. And this was my decision.
Alright, so my GoPro froze for no reason. I'm making a last ditch effort and I'm gonna go way west. I should have done this earlier in the day, honestly, but I was just hoping to try to get something more locally. But it's 5:30 and I had to make the decision. This is a last ditch effort at this rate. I may or may not get something before dark. So hopefully we at least see a decent storm structure. Where we're going west near Missouri, the Missouri-Arkansas area. As of speaking right now, there has been a tornado confirmed with this storm I'm going after right now, but it's still near like Poplar Bluff, Missouri. I know I've been trying to go after stuff that may or may not have a small small chance, next to zero chance of doing none, but I should have done this like an hour ago. But it might be too late. It's a race against time right now. Hopefully I can make something out of it.
Alright, so as I continue west, I noticed some storms starting to go tornado warn, and one of them specifically was going towards Paducah, Kentucky. I decided, since that was going to be my closest bet, I should go there. But I also realized I should probably gas up one more time, just so I can make it on one tank of gas back to my dorm room. So that's exactly what I decided to do.
Alright, quick update if you can hear me. I rerouted myself to Calvert City, Kentucky. I want to stay ahead of this because Paducah is already under a tornado warning as we speak. Calvert City is probably going to give me a better option to stay in front of this. So that's why I'm rerouting there. We have about another 45 minutes till we get there. I think we'll be good, guys. I think this was a good call to just go. I think I'm going to be glad I made the decision.
That storm would not stay tornado warning for too much longer. As I continued movies, the storm didn't look as impressive when I got the chance to take a quick glance at radar. I was doing everything I can to focus on the road, and maybe take a glance or two at radar, but I noticed the storm didn't look as impressive, and they allowed to have the tornado warning expire.
Alright, so my original target where I was going to, the warning was allowed to expire, so I'm still going to keep going that way. I don't know what exactly it looks like, but I'm probably going to find a spot to stop sooner than later so I can use the restroom. Sorry, bridge, but went over a bridge, but I gotta use the restroom, so I'm probably gonna pull off this exit here, reevaluate my situation. And this is gonna be the last call I'll probably make, because I'll probably start inching my way back east and probably call it a night chasing wise, and then just let it hit me back in Bowling Green. But I'm gonna get off this exit here, go to the bathroom, reassess my situation. Alright guys, with everything being as far as it is, I made a valiant effort to do what I wanted to try to do. I know there wasn't much storms being looked at involved because I was trying to chase slop again, but oh shoot, hold up. Kill CS tornado warning heading straight for my home right now, back in Ohio.
That line of storms back up in Ohio, near my home, produced several tornadoes, ranging in the range of EF1 and EF0. They were not that strong, given the ratings, but one in particular was only about 20 minutes from home, and also within 10 minutes or less of some of my friends' homes. I'm so glad it didn't even hit any of those my friends' homes or even my home, but I know it definitely came close to some other homes because I know that area pretty well where these tornadoes hit.
I'm gonna make a jump. I'm either gonna make a jump west or I'm gonna go back home. Go back to my dorm room. But I think we might have one small chance. This is about to cross the border. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue my original course towards Paducah. That storm is kind of heading towards that direction, and I should be able to meet it there. So that's what I'm gonna go off to. This is my last play for the night, and then I'm done.
That decision will end up being very, very short-lived. And you'll see in just a second what I mean.
Alright, well, it's almost 7 at this rate. I'm just west of Paducah, and I'm probably gonna make one last move before I call it for the night. Still some sunlight, but the storms are blocking it pretty well. There's a couple of tornado warnings just south of me. This particular storm that was warned did have the warning expire. So I don't know what I want to do right now. I knew this was really going to be a big race against time. Pulling up radar real quickly. Because there's a couple rotations down south. But it's going to take me another good 30 minutes to get down to. See, again, guys, this is what I mean. I should have jumped on this an hour before I actually did. Something was telling me just do it, dude. And I didn't. I went to chase other crap and slop. Which, I mean, the structures did look nice for a little bit, I'll be honest, but hey, you live and you learn. First time ever chasing. But I mean, nothing's really standing out too much to me right now. Except whatever's coming to Missouri. We're gonna lose light here in like the next hour or so, half an hour or so. Sunset is at 7:04, but we won't lose light till probably 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then by then I'm gonna try to get back in front of the store so I can A, eat dinner, and then B, get back to my dorm without getting dumped on, having to worry about stupid baseballs or something coming down on my head trying to get back to my dorm room. I know I'm over exaggerating that. I'm looking at the storm kind of going towards Bardwell. And that might be something I try to go for. There's a couple, looks like there's one area rotation, might be trying to do something, I don't know. I can see the coupler pretty clearly over East Prairie. Radar indicated rotation on it, so it has been tornado warned. It'll probably get a warning extension, though. I think I'm seeing another slight area rotation. At this rate, I might have to go. I'm just gonna have to go for one last play. It's like screw my hair. So I'm thinking if I go, high res velocity. There's a couple areas of rotation there. If I go to Lovelaceville, that might be an option.
I made my decision to make my last play in Mayfield, Kentucky. Yes, the storm was tornado warned, and I was going to head kind of close to this town. So this is why I decided to make my move there instead of trying to go farther west like I was originally trying to. I was not going to try to get too close to this thing, especially since it was getting darker out.
Oh, that was nice. I think we have hail falling. Pea-sized hail, maybe. I'm seeing things. It seems like white specks just bounce off the ground. Yeah, we got hail. I'm seeing like pea-sized hail bounce off on the ground and my headlights. There's hail in this. What the heck was that? Oh my gosh, I love lightning sometimes. Wow, the clouds so cool.
Yes, I am very much a sucker for some good lightning shots, and just lightning in general. Do I also hate lightning? Yes, especially if it's cloud to ground. If it's cloud to cloud, I don't care, I love it. Though I would say cloud to ground is cool, but I just don't want to strike it near me. I don't like the loud noise at all. Yes, it is just terrifying, and B, my ears are just very sensitive to that kind of stuff. Especially if it's just like spontaneous like that. Not expecting it. It's one of those things, it's like you love it but you hate it at the exact same time. So anyways, here's a little time lapse going to Mayfield.
Alright, we're at our final location, final destination. And I'm monitoring my GoPro. We're under a severe thunderstorm warning, so.
Alright, so at this rate, there was not even a tornado possible tag on this, nor was there any hint of rotation shown on the storm anymore.
Dude, this storm is legit just going nuts with the lightning. It's actually wild. I have my GoPro on a time lapse right now, so I'm using my phone to record. But dude, we are just getting absolutely pummeled by this storm. You can hear the thunder. Dude, this is just nuts. I love a good lightning storm. I'm gonna be here for like another 5-10 minutes, then I'm gonna make my way back towards Bowling Green and then call it a night. Just gonna go ahead and enjoy this right now. I'm not gonna get out at the moment. We are getting pummeled by the wind. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we are getting pummeled, bro. Yeah, we might not be sitting here much longer. I'm gonna say this right now. There's definitely hail in this, and I heard a couple ping off my vehicle. It was a little loud. And it's like, I mean, this vehicle echoes a ton, so it's the sound of it size-wise kind of gets exacerbated, because like dime-sized hail, not even like just slightly large into pea-sized hail. It sounds like it's flipping baseballs in this vehicle. I'm not even joking. That's just how dumb. That's just how dumb my vehicle is with it when it comes to echoing. I'm probably gonna stay here for about another 5-10 minutes. I'm probably gonna go and then I'm gonna dip for the night. But for a first time chase, dude, I will take a lightning show any day of the week. I don't care if I see a tornado, at least for the first chase. But hey, I'll take this lightning show any day. You can never pass up a good lightning show.
Honestly, thinking about it now, I should have only waited maybe another 30 seconds to maybe a minute there. This was a little bit of a mistake sitting there for too long. Again, there wasn't any rotation, but there was some hail that was up to quarter size, at least indicated by radar. And again, I should have stayed as long as I did, because I would have to pay some of the consequences for waiting a little bit too long. Don't worry, windshield is completely fine, and so is all the paint as well.
Alright, I don't know if you can hear me, but we're gonna bail. We're gonna go ahead and call this so I don't, for the sake of my windshield. We're getting hail now, really strong winds. We are in a severe thunderstorm warning. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning for quarter-inch hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds, so I'm blasting out of here. I'm not gonna sit around getting pelted by quarter-sized hail. Yeah, you can hear the hail. You hear the hail bouncing. We're out. Nope. Yep, we gotta get out of here, guys. I'm getting freaking pelted by hail. Frick you, red light. Oh, this red light, this one specifically, was about to completely grief me for the rest of this drive. I kid you not. This red light was at least red for 5 minutes straight, with maybe 2 cars coming. Like, seriously? Why are you red for this long? I really was not expecting this light to completely grief me the way it did. And also, I'll end up listing another concern here, that noticing how hard the rain was falling, it was a real concern. Another big thing we gotta worry about is the flooding. That's another big concern you have to think about with these storms. I'm gonna shut off because you won't be able to hear me. Oh, and if you thought that red light was the only thing that would have griefed me, considering it was, again, red for freaking 5 minutes, if not longer, well, I didn't think about other people as well. And some people may not be as comfortable driving in heavy rain like this. I got stuck behind this truck, and I was not expecting to go 15 in a 55. I'll be honest with that one. I mean, we're only going about 30 right now with this truck. It is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not going to try to pass. Not worth. Otherwise, we're expected to arrive at Bowling Green by about 10, I would say about 10:30. Given the speed we're going to be going at for a little bit. Are you turning, dude? No, he's just going to go 25. I mean, I have to respect it. It's extremely heavy rain, strong winds. It is what it is. And I agree, visibility is really low, probably about a quarter mile. No, I'm not going to go more than like 35, 45 mile an hour. Dude, high beams. High beams, people. Looks like there are high beams on, but I couldn't tell. I can't barely even see the lines, I'm not going to lie. If you didn't think the rain was hard enough already, it still picked up quite a bit more. And I was at this rate nearing the interstate. And this was like an oh crap moment. This is gonna just suck to drive in because I'm in the middle of this line now. All these storms ended up becoming linear, which I should have kind of expected at that rate, but I really just didn't know how far I was into this, how far in the center of this I was in already. I can't see more than 5 inches in front of me, dude. Good news is there's absolutely nobody on the interstate right now. We're interstate 69. I'm literally going 40 miles an hour and a 70 because visibility is absolutely zero right now. You can't hear still. Hail is just hitting me like crazy. I can't see the line, so I'm not comfortable with going more than 40, 45, so that's what I'm just going to do. Keep running hazards. Again, visibility is zero, so there's no reason to be stupid. Holy frick, highway is trying to flood, dude. Some low spots again, water quickly collecting into them, which is not a surprise at all. At this rate, I might not even be able to go 40 because of these low areas of water. Yeah, driving on the interstate at night with torrential downpours were making visibility near zero is not the most fun thing in the world, but throughout this entire drive, I'll be honest, I did very well keeping
good composure throughout all of this and not white knuckling the entire drive. I'm being dead honest with that. But you'll see that I make an observation pretty quickly.
I've got to be pacing with this thing. There's no way I'm not. Just non-stop torrential downpour with next to no visibility and hail pellets falling on my head. I'm able to get up to about 50 miles an hour. I feel comfortable at 50, 55 now. Because the lines, they seem like they've been painted recently. So it's really helping with being able to trust I can at least go 50, 55, no more. But there's no way I'm not pacing with this thing at this rate. We'll see if we break out of this by the time we hit the bowling green. I don't know if we will. If we're gonna pace with this thing the entire time. I can tell it's like really, I can tell it's really windy as well. So like I can feel the car getting blown by the wind. It's more or less a headwind, if anything. So I can feel it pushing against my vehicle. And I can feel it just slowing it down. But I'm able to comfortably do about 50. That's about on the fence that I feel comfortable with. Maybe 55 without any other cars around. But again, this was still not a bad chase at all. I'm happy we ended it off with an absolutely amazing lightning show. I don't even know if you can hear me, but I'm trying my best to talk over this rain. Kind of hard when a vehicle is just an echo chamber and I'm too broke to do anything about it. About through my entire liter of water as well.
So yeah, the highways, especially in lower areas, were starting to collect water already, which again is not surprising whatsoever. When you get heavy rains like this, that's something you just kind of have to expect. So my observation was in fact correct that I was getting behind this line and ended up behind this line the entire time. One thing I should have done, and I did mention this, but it's gonna get time-lapsed over, was that I should have just stopped for like 5 minutes to let this thing go by a little bit more. Maybe even 10 minutes would have been good. Because, especially with this drive, it would have been just better to do that, honestly, instead of just keep going with it. Another challenge I would end up facing was that I was getting tired. It was a long day, and I was just starting to get a little bit sleepy, but the trail mix really helped me a lot. One thing my dad taught me was this, is here and there just snacking on something will help you keep yourself awake, especially when driving and you're getting a little bit tired. And gosh darn it, it works, man. I didn't even drink my energy drink once in that, and I was about to crack it open, but I was like, let's see what eating periodically would help do with that. Maybe a couple pinchfuls of trail mix here and there, and that did help quite a bit, but I did go through almost the entire bag just so I can make it back. But trust me guys, that actually works so well. Just snacking here and there when you're on your drive, it'll help you keep you awake. I've proven it. My dad does it all the time, and it's how I learned that, and it's something I will definitely keep using in the future. We'll keep doing it in the future to help keep myself awake in last case scenario, or if I just don't want to risk cracking an energy drink open that late at night. Anyways, the last bit is just going to be time-lapse stuff, just from the rest of the drive back to my residence hall, most of it. I will tell you right now, a lot of this lightning was actually just like
It was so bright I had to close my eyes for just a second just so I didn't get blinded by it, because like jeez, it was just like a flashbang going off at times, and my GoPro captures some of that pretty well, and it kind of had a little bit of an extra challenge, but nonetheless it was still a really good light show that again is going to get time lapse for you and not be the rest of this video, and a little bit of a end of briefing kind of stuff. Do I think this chase was successful? Mostly. I mean, I got a really good lightning show, but a lot of this chase was kind of just me going out to slop. But again, what made it a little bit successful was really getting some good lightning stuff going on. It was a lot more lightning action than I was expecting, if I'll be honest, and honestly, I can't be too mad, so it wasn't a complete waste, but especially a lot of stuff in the daytime was kind of like, why was I doing this? What reasoning did I have to do this? And I think the reasoning was just because I wanted to stay locally. Actually, yeah, it was the reason. Duh. But I wanted to try to stay locally. I saw storms really trying to fire up, but they just couldn't hold together, and they would just crumble apart pretty quick. I think if that one storm that I first went after didn't right split itself many times, I think it could have tried to get a good bit more mature, but I think not everything was in place yet to keep it that storm sustained. I learned my lesson. I should have gone west way earlier, like an hour or two earlier, and maybe I would have gotten something, maybe not, I don't know. But I definitely took a lot of this stuff and applied it into my next chase, which is like the second to last day out of this 5-day sequence. Oh, and that's another thing I learned. Know when to go, especially if it's like nighttime and whatnot. If you think you're gonna get caught in hail, then just go. Don't wait around like me trying to get the extra few minutes of shots. I'm really glad that wasn't a real rotating thunderstorm at all. It just went linear and didn't really try to do much of anything. But if you think it's gonna get close and you're gonna possibly risk getting hail or something else coming through that, then just go. Don't be like me. That's something you will learn very fast on your first chase. And again, I did a bit better with this next chase. Yeah, you'll see it coming up in the future. Hopefully I can get that up real soon. So stay tuned to that. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and maybe turn the notifications on, because then you'll be able to see when I put out that next video. But anyways, with that being said, this is just the rest of the time lapse. I'll see you guys later. Take care.